Before I get started, I'm gonna give all praise and the glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Hakwadash, to my honest apostle elders, the great millstone, Ruel, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect that appreciates truth sincerely across the four corners of the earth. And this is a little quick exhortation. Name of this lesson is Don't Be Carnal, you know, and I'm gonna just get straight into scripture. This is Romans 8 and 5. It say, for they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. So if you in tune with the spirit more, if you're in tune with the the flesh more, then that's the ways you're gonna follow. That's the time that you're gonna give your energy to, whether it's your flesh or whether it's your spirit. And your flesh is the things of your flesh is basically everything that's not of the spirit, man. And it's cool to please the flesh so sometimes because we're in the flesh, but scripture talk about what? That a false balance is abomination, you know? So you have to um be after the spirit and be of the things of the spirit, man. That's where your mind is supposed to be towards, and when your mind is towards of moving in the spirit, then you're gonna do less things in the flesh. You know, they say for to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. And to be carnal, to be carnal is basically taking everything um after the flesh, man. Because that's what the word carnal means. It means the flesh, you know. So basically just moving and doing everything after the flesh, after your own emotions, um, trying to handle situations in your own hands. Those those are the ways of the flesh, you know, rather and it could be whatever. Rather it's you getting physical with somebody, rather you're in tune with pleasing your flesh, you know, whatever it is that's the ways that's after the flesh. And it say to be have that fleshly mind is the ways of death because your mind is after the spirit, and the ways of the spirit is life and everlasting. You know, the ways of the flesh is just your own body, what's pleasing to you. So we have to have a spiritually mind and not a carnal mind if we want to receive that life. You know, and I'm gonna just grab this real quick. This is John 6 and 63. It is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are spirit and they are life. So there we go. The words, the scriptures, those are the things that's after the spirit, man. And that's the mind that we're supposed to have. The mind of the scriptures, man, and following and applying the scriptures and being in tune with the scriptures, which is the spirit, man. Because when you're doing that, then you're not gonna be in tune with the flesh as much, because we're in the flesh. So there's nothing wrong with pleasing the flesh. There's nothing wrong with grabbing a drink, or sleeping with women or whatever. But when you overindulge in those things, that's when you become out of balance, and that's when you don't have that spiritual mind how you supposed to, you know. Because being the truth, this is the ways of the spirit. That's why I said they that are after the spirit mind the things of the spirit, you know. So we can't be carnal minded. We can't look at things just from a naked eye. You have to look at things from a spiritual eye, you know. Because the Lord do things. Hey, even in a scenario where you like, man, fuck what that brother talking about. I'm gonna do it this way. That's a carnal mind. That's not a spiritual mind, you know? Because then when a situation happen, It's like, oh shit, I should have listened to the spirit because the spirit was on that particular person to correct you, or the spirit was on that particular person to warn you about something, and you didn't take heed because you were too caught up in the flesh. Your mind was caught up into how to please your flesh. So I'm bring this back in Romans 8. Romans 8 and 6 and say, for to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. So that's how you receive life and peace. When you remain spiritual, when you keep things spiritual, when you follow after the spiritual things, man. It say, because the carnal mind is enmity with against the most high, for it is not subject to the law of the most high, neither indeed can be, because the flesh is wicked, man. The flesh will have you going the fuck off. Having you is the flesh have us subject to sin every day. All day. We constantly sin because we're in this wicked flesh. And that's against the ways of the Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, man. It's enmity with the most high. You know? Like these 2/3, that's why they're the enemy of the most high. That's why um they have enmity with the most high, man. Because they're in tune with the flesh and not of the spirit, man. You know? But if you around that, that's why the scripture say what? Real quick. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 20. It say, he that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed. So there you go. When you walk with wise men, when you follow after the wise counsel and the scriptures, you're gonna be wise. You're gonna be protected from harm's way. But when you in a companion of fools, you bound to get judged at any fucking moment. Just cause you around that shit, just cause you in the middle of it. You know? You could use an example with Jehoshaphat. The Lord told him to what? Don't be fucking with them different kings, them wicked ass kings in the northern kingdom. Cause he'll get caught up in the judgment too. And that's a spirit, because his name mean what? Yahweh Shaphat, the Lord's judgment. You know? But back in this Romans 8 and 8, it say, so then they that are in the flesh cannot please the most high, but ye are not in the flesh, but in the spirit, if so be that the spirit of most high dwell in you. Now if any man have not the spirit of Hamashiach, he is none of his. So we had a spirit. That's why brothers move in the spirit and is in tune with the spirit and walk after the spirit, because the Lord bless us with the spirit. He didn't bless these people with the spirit, man. That's why they bugged out. That's why niggas always in situations and this happened and this happened and this happened, because they don't have that spirit. They don't have that covering. And when you move like niggas that don't have the spirit, then that covering don't be upon you. Now you subject to fall in a trap, man. So it's important not to be carnal. Um, I'm gonna grab this real quick. This is Galatians 5 and 16. This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. So when you walk in the spirit, which is the scriptures, find out the ways of the scriptures, you're not gonna fulfill the lust of the flesh. So where the flesh got the best of you. Now you a victim to judgment, you know, or a suspect to judge, It say, for the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. Right. So the flesh prevents you from staying in the spirit. The flesh don't want you to stay in the spirit. That's why we sin. That's why we go off. That's why we fall short, because we're in the flesh. The flesh wants us to be off track, man. But we have to continue to stay on track. We have to continue to listen to wise counsel, and to follow after the ways of the Lord, and be in tune with the prophecies in the spirit, man. That's the battle we have, being in the flesh, man. You know? So like the name of the video, don't be carnal, man. Be spiritual. So with that, I'm gonna close out, and all praise and the glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kakadash. The honor to the others, the greatest stone who will. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom, Kwam Yasharala.